Yeah, there go my Hi. This what they been waiting on, ain't it? Ouch! Ain't no so had my hand crying and everything. This is my ain't made him no crime. Baby, you got my ID. That's
Hey. Me too.
yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm finna fly back home.
Not right here.
Cause my finna eat steaks and shit. You gonna have to pull up today. It's a whole bunch of drunk shit going on at the house. I'm finna take them to see his mama first stop when I get to Dallas.
Why? You could've beat her up. You could've did anything else. So why did you take her from my niece? Like, I don't understand. I would respect him more if he tell me why. She did everything. My sister did everything for him.
That is a sister breaking down in front of a camera because the man her family welcomed into their home shot her sister in the chest and left her body on the side of the road. And the worst part? She saw it coming. This is Daisha Stevenson, picking up her man from prison with $10,000 cash in her hand and more love in her heart than he ever deserved.
That bitch ain't no respect for. That little bitch turned her back so quick you ain't got no check for.
And this is Michael Smith, the man she waited 5 years for, the man she spent over $20,000 on, the man she married and built a life around, being walked out of a barber shop in handcuffs the morning after he shot his wife and threw her body out like she was nothing. Now, let us go back to the beginning and talk about who Daisha really was, because she deserves for you to know.
13 embarrassing questions. Who overthinks everything? Who showers less? Who is always eating? Who has a nicer butt? Who is more possessive? Who drools more? Who is a better driver? Who curses more? Who always sleeps in? Who is always on their phone? Who has the worst singing voice? Who takes the most selfies? Who is the lawbreaker?
Yes, I got my baby at the hood. We're not in the hood. We're really living like that.
Daisha LaFaye Stevenson was born on November 16, 1988 in Dallas, Texas. She grew up in a close-knit family, gave her life to God early at New Testament House of Prayer, and came up as the kind of girl who filled every room she walked into. She was loud in the best way possible, always the center of the party and the person people gravitated toward when they needed energy or encouragement. Her family said she knocked on the door like the police were there, and you always knew when Daisha arrived. She finished school at H. Grady Spruce High School in Dallas and went straight into the working world with no safety net under her because she did not have the option to slow down. Her mother, Jeanette, had suffered a stroke that left her partially unable to move, which meant Daisha was her main caretaker from a young age, on top of raising her own daughter, Jemiah, by herself. She was carrying both of them on her back every single day, and she did it without complaint. By 2021, she had turned all of that pressure into something, opening her own boutique called Shea Money Purses and More LLC on Malcolm X Boulevard in Dallas, selling purses, bags, and accessories. She ran flash sales on social media, kept her customers engaged, and on top of that, was also working as a tax preparer to bring in extra money for her family. She was building something real, something hers, something that nobody handed her.
Stop playing with her like she ain't pressure. I don't know what make you think you can treat her how you been treating her. But that woman right there, oh, that's some pressure, baby. See, you got too comfortable. And you think don't nobody want her, you the only one that want her, no matter how you treat her.
Now, before the boutique, before any of the success, Daisha had already made a decision that would set the course for the rest of her life. And that decision had a name: Michael Smith. The two of them had been together before this legal trouble came crashing down in 2016, when Smith was convicted on drug-related charges and sent to prison for 5 years. And while he was sitting inside, Daisha kept it moving on the outside, visiting regularly, sending money, writing letters, and keeping their relationship alive through all of it. She was raising a daughter, taking care of a sick mother, and still making time to hold down a man who was locked up. When Smith came home in May of 2021, Daisha did not just meet him at the door. She booked a hotel room, showed up with $10,000 cash in hand, and gave him a welcome home celebration that most men only dream about.
Yeah, there go my Hi. Girl, I ain't used to how you can call you, Yeah, my period. Big red, my period. I didn't know my This what they been waiting on, ain't it? Ain't no so heavy, I ain't the crying and everything. This is my ain't even made him no crying. But you get the point, you drive, like you ride. I know what you did. Come out. I got a long way to go to baby. I ain't there. We're meeting, I ain't there.
Hey,
We got 8 hours.
I can't even.
Baby, you got my ID. Yes?
Hey, me too.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
I can't hear you. I will. Okay.
What she say, Mike?
She said have a good trip.
We gonna try to have a good trip. It's a long way back. What's up, cousin? Yeah, I got him. I got him. Yep. Yes. I'm finna fly back home.
Not right here.
Cause my finna eat steaks and shit. You gonna have to pull up today. It's a whole bunch of drunk shit going on at the house. I'm finna take them to see his mama first stop when I get to Dallas. Huh?
You drive around like a drunk.
Right. Huh, cousin? Yeah. You know nigga finna be in that bag and he ain't in nothing else. Cause he ain't worrying about nothing. He learned his lesson. He good now. Yes. I got my face, my makeup done and stuff. Just to go pick him up. Let me get off. I pick it out live because I don't know if he fantasized about my beauty with my makeup or he just want me to get out live, y'all. But I'm figuring to get up out live. Yeah, I had to go live. I had to go live for you. We had a nice room and everything, too.
Everyone who was there described the look on her face, the pure joy of finally having her man back after 5 long years. And on camera, what did Michael Smith do with all of that? He gave her a short, awkward hug and then waited for her to open the car door for him. They got married just days after that, and Daisha planned the whole thing and paid for it herself because that is the kind of woman she was. But she did not stop there. For his birthday, she put together another $10,000 in cash, hidden inside a Bible that worked as a lockbox, alongside a brand new diamond ring.
Birthday, baby. You got the grip. And you leave, baby? We turn up. We just ate breakfast. Y'all, this is so beautiful, isn't it? Y'all just don't understand. I ordered this Bible. The reason I got this Bible, y'all, you think I've been reading? I told him I'm going to read some couple scripture of this Bible, y'all. But I ordered this Bible from Amazon. But in reality, it's like a lock safe box. He don't know that what's in there. So y'all had to know I couldn't put the whole 10,000 in there plus the ring. So I have I don't know how much thousands I got in there with the ring. But I have the rest of the thousands in my purse. So here come Easy. He don't know. And his last birthday present is going to be on the 7th of April the 7th, which is his last birthday present. I'm be so excited. So, me's about to come. I'm about to give him $10,000 in cash. And I bought him this new ring with it's inside this Bible. And I took his phone, y'all, because he tried to get on Facebook a while ago. I ain't want him to be looking at my shit. Me in Jamaica, y'all, with the vibes. Literally. Ate breakfast. Now, me don't know what up. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, huh? Should have stayed over here, shit. Yes, brother. That's right, B. Thank you, my really. Yes, y'all. I think I got good service. Happy birthday, baby. Here you go. I got you a Bible for your birthday, baby. You gotta keep God first, baby. Read John 3:16. Open the Bible. A new ring, baby, and I got you 10,000, but I couldn't put 10,000 in there. Show everybody like your ring. Look at you. Yes. Let me see that. Ooh, look at my. Look at my. Yeah. So I wanted to give you 10 in cash. I don't know what you're gonna do. You can do whatever you want to. 10,000. I don't know. Yeah, baby. And I got it in there too. The rest of it in there. You're welcome, baby. You're welcome, baby. Look. You're not an egg. My husband with new ice on his hand. Don't play with his wife. Don't play with my nigga. Those real diamonds. Tell them, baby, we don't wear nothing for diamonds, baby. Real diamonds. Cost a pretty penny, but it's real diamonds, baby. I refuse. I could lose everything today. I know I get it back just because of you. I love you so much, Meezy. Yeah, that's right. New ice for my.
She took him to Jamaica for a vacation and paid for his dental work. She was doing everything in her power to make this man feel like a king in a life that she had built from scratch with her own 2 hands. And he was sitting inside all of that comfort, quietly growing to hate her for it. Family started noticing things slowly over time. In front of people, Michael was easy to be around, quiet, polite, and charming enough that nobody clocked what was actually going on. But behind closed doors, according to family and people who knew them closely, a very different version of him was showing up. The problem with Michael Smith was simple. He had come home from prison to a woman who had outgrown the situation he left her in, and instead of appreciating that she had grown while still choosing him, he started resenting her for it.
It's my world. Just make sure you pussy ass take us, y'all. Gotta take us together. With my baby. I love him. I love him so much.
She had a brand, a business, a name in the community, and he had nothing to bring to the table. And that ate at him every day. He went back to using PCP, which made his thinking more paranoid and scattered. He started making accusations against Daisha, telling people she was trying to set him up, belittling her in private and trying to control what she did and where she went. And Daisha, who was private by nature and did not want her family worrying, kept most of it to herself. By the time 2023 arrived, the red flags were showing up everywhere for anyone paying close enough attention. He had shown a gun to her brother and tried to leave her stranded at different points. He was posting strange things about her on social media and accusing her publicly of setting him up, and Daisha, who had quietly started thinking about divorce, kept telling herself that things would get better if she just stayed patient a little longer. She was running out of time, and she did not know it yet. On October 21st, 2023, Daisha called her sister Jasmine to wish her a happy birthday. They were laughing, catching up, and the conversation was going the way birthday calls are supposed to go. And then, right in the middle of it, Daisha said something that stopped everything cold.
And she just said, like, sister, I feel like I'm finna. So I was like, girl, whatever, brushed it off or whatever, not thinking that's really how she was feeling. Like, I guess she was feeling her.
Jasmine brushed it off because she thought Daisha was just venting, maybe stressed, maybe tired. What else do you think when your sister says something like that in the middle of a birthday call? But Daisha was not just talking. She was telling her sister the truth about what was happening inside of her, and nobody caught it in time. On that same call, she told Jasmine that Michael had been acting erratically at gatherings, had tried to leave her stranded, and had been going around accusing her on social media of trying to set him up. She mentioned divorce again, the way she had before, always circling back to the idea of leaving without ever quite getting there. And then she said something that her family still holds on to this day.
Get away. Love is not that deep. Love is not that serious. Especially if you have kids, just get away, get out of the situation. I don't wish this on nobody. Nobody.
That was Daisha in one of her last real conversations with her sister, telling the person she loved to do the one thing she could never bring herself to do for herself. By October 23rd, Daisha had stopped picking up calls and responding to messages. Jasmine called and got nothing back. She told herself Daisha was just busy because she always had a lot going on and that she would call when she had a moment. She never got that call. On the evening of October 24th, Daisha's 16-year-old daughter, Jemiah, realized her mother had not come to pick her up from her auntie's house. And that, right there, told the whole family everything they needed to know.
And we speaking on the day that everything, okay, so that day I hadn't talked to her. So my niece ended up calling me like 12 midnight, literally like 12 midnight. My niece called me and said, Uncle, have you talked to my mama? Have you seen my mama? Or she haven't came pick me up from my auntie's house. So I'm like, nah, I ain't talked to her. But that's a red flag though, because why she ain't came and pick you up?
Daisha did not miss pickups or leave Jemiah waiting. She did not leave her sick mother alone at home without checking in, so when Jemiah could not reach her, the family started moving. Her brother, Roper, was one of the first people her niece reached out to that night. The moment he heard that Daisha had not come for Jemiah, he already knew in his gut that something serious had happened. He got up and started looking. The family went to Michael's location first, a place he had been staying at. They knocked on the door, and the lights inside went dark. Nobody came to the door. But Roper eventually got in and found Michael sitting there in the darkness with a gun strapped around his body, pacing back and forth, telling Roper he had no idea where Daisha was and that they should go search for her.
He get up with a strap to his, around him, so I'm like, hey, I ain't talked to my sister, you ain't talked to her? Like, where she at? He just dropped his head instantly. He like, man, I don't know, Roper, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I said, bro, I ain't talked to my sister, you ain't talked to her, like, where she at? Like, can't nobody find her? She ain't gonna pick up my daughter. My mama is at home by herself, at her house. I don't know, bro, but like, I think I should go find her.
They called the police, and the officers who came told the family there was nothing they could do. No forced entry without a reason, no real help offered. According to the family, the police knocked once, shone a flashlight, and left, while anyone standing outside already knew something was terribly wrong. Later that night, a community blog posted news about a nearby shooting. The family rushed over and found Daisha's white car hidden between other vehicles in the parking lot at Pleasant Village Apartments where Michael's father lived. When cousin Anita, who was studying criminal justice, looked at the driver's side window, she saw a large handprint pressed into the glass. The family searched through the night and into the early morning. At around 7:20 on the morning of October 25th, Dallas police received a call about a body found on Murdoch Road. near Lincoln Memorial Cemetery in southeast Dallas. Officers arrived to find Daisha Stevenson lying on the side of the road. She had been shot once in the chest at close range and was still wearing one sandal. The other one was found in the back of Michael Smith's car, along with her blood and a bullet casing from the gun that killed her. Surveillance footage from the apartments captured exactly what happened. The camera showed Daisha and Michael arriving separately that evening. She got into his vehicle. There was a disturbance inside the car, and then they drove off together with Michael behind the wheel toward a road 3 minutes away, where he dumped her body like she was something he wanted to get rid of. Dallas police tracked Michael Smith first to a house off Creek Cove Drive and sent a SWAT team in, but he was not there. Someone spotted him shortly after running from a gas station and crossing the street into a nearby barbershop. Police were called, and that is where they arrested him. Cell phone footage from outside captured the whole thing. He was charged with murder and taken to Dallas County Jail, where he was held on a bond of $1 million.
So why did you take her from my niece? Like, I don't understand. I would respect him more if he tell me why.
We definitely need strength. We need prayers. It's a big one.
On the 21st, it was my birthday. And she called me, she wished me happy birthday. He was like, you know, normal, whatever. We was laughing, joking. And then she just said, like, sister, I feel like I'm finna die. So we had talked Sunday, and she was telling me how he was tripping at the fur, and he was trying to leave her on my knees. He was saying, like, she was trying to set him up, you know, flipping out, saying that she was trying to set him up. It was Facebook people out there. It was just some weird stuff, you know. So I called and FaceTime her Monday. She never reached back after me. You know, she got a busy life, so I was just like, maybe she'll call me back or something. And then I went to sleep just thinking it was normal. It wasn't nothing. Monday night, my niece called me around 12 something, and I was asleep. I was hearing my phone, I was hearing Facebook Messenger, and it was like it was just in my dream, but as I kept hearing it, I eventually woke up, and it was my brother girlfriend saying that my niece haven't heard from her since 4. She was stranded at my auntie house, and I'm like, what, you know, I don't know. I just was like, that's not her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she never leave my niece, no matter what. She never leave my mama, no matter what. So my brother and his girlfriend came, you know, and we just started searching from 12 all the way up until, you know, we had found her that morning. Her car was ditched in Pleasant Village. Like, the way the car was set up, the way it was hid, I just felt it in my bones, like she was gone, but I just didn't want to see it. It was too many red flags. We asked him, he just showing off and telling my brother he don't know, and, you know, knowing that he had already killed my sister. It's just unbelievable.
The first thing I seen was, I seen a big handprint on the driver window. And, you know, I'm a criminal justice major, so I started trying to use like different contact clues. And it's a creek, like in the apartments. So I was like, well, let's look in the creek. At that time, I was waiting on my mom and the rest of the family to come so we could all go, you know, look for her. And as we looking in the creek, I just started getting chills over my whole body. 2 minutes later, Smash the Topic posted and said that it was a lady to which was like 3 minutes from where we was at. So immediately when we seen the post on Smash the Topic, we went directly to the location. And when we got there, it was just like, yeah, how they get here so fast? We was already looking. You know, we had been up since like 7 in the morning looking. And when we got there, we, you know, had to describe and, you know, give them some details to identify her. And when they came back, they didn't even want to say it was her. It was just the nod in the head, and it just went from there. Everybody just broke down.
His explanation for what happened? He claimed he had taken so much PCP that night that he did not know what he was doing. Investigators looked at the evidence, the surveillance footage, the bullet casing in the car, the blood, her sandals sitting in his trunk, and they were not buying it. A grand jury indicted Smith on murder charges in early 2024, and by January 2025, the case had officially been sent for jury trial. The family had been waiting nearly 2 years for their day in court, and when it finally came, it was not easy to sit through. The prosecution played the surveillance footage for the jury, not once, but multiple times, breaking down every moment of what happened that night frame by frame. Daisha getting into his car, the argument inside, the drive to Murdoch Road, him leaving her there and driving away. They showed the crime scene photographs. They walked through the physical evidence piece by piece. Roper sat through all of it.
Man, the trial was exactly how I expected it. Just seeing all the evidence, seeing everything, is what I really wanted. Who was involved, who did what, how it transpired. That was just the proof in the pudding right there. It's what I need. I waited 2 years for this.
Michael Smith took the stand in his own defense and tried to tell the jury that Daisha had come at him first, that he had been acting in self-defense. The prosecution tore that apart quickly by pointing out that he had no injuries on his body, no bruises, no marks, nothing that showed any kind of physical fight had happened.
What'd he say?
She, like, this your wife. You her in the car and left her in the car. You didn't call the police, you didn't call the ambulance.
He asked them questions?
Yeah. You left at the apartments with her body in the car. You didn't stop. It's a fire station right across the street.
He's asking them questions?
This is what he's asking them.
What?
This is what he asked them. After he was fighting for his self-defense. But once they seen the video, it was over with.
There was a video.
It's over with. All of this is on video. Everything I'm saying is on video.
Once the jury watched the video, Smith's self-defense story was finished. His own lawyer could not save him from what was on that footage. What the trial also brought to light was something that made Daisha's family even more angry. Smith did not act alone after the killing. His mother, his father, and his brother all had some knowledge of what had happened that night, and not one of them called 911. Not one of them reached out to Daisha's family to say anything. Not one of them tried to get her help. His mother was later charged. His brother reportedly faced potential charges as well. Through the whole trial, Smith showed almost no real remorse. He shed a few tears at one point, but according to Roper, he never once looked at Jemiah, the young daughter he had claimed to love as his own, and said a word to her. He was focused on trying to beat the case, not on facing what he had done. In August of 2025, Michael Smith was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 55 years in prison. He will be deep into old age before he ever sees the outside world again, and even that is far from guaranteed. Daisha Stevenson was included in the Texas Council on Family Violence's 2023 Honoring Texas Victims report, which recorded 205 inmate partner killings across Texas in that year alone, with 26 of those happening right there in Dallas County. She is one of those numbers, but she was so much more than a number. She was a mother, a daughter, a sister, a caregiver, a business owner, and a woman who gave everything she had to the people around her. Her boutique on Malcolm X Boulevard is still standing. Her daughter Jemiah is in college right now, building the kind of future Daisha worked herself to the bone to make possible. Daisha Stevenson was not a naive woman. She was a loyal one. And in a world that has a habit of punishing women for that exact quality, she paid the highest price possible. The real question is not why she stayed. The question is why we keep acting surprised when someone who should have been protecting herself is the one who takes her out. Drop a comment and let us know what you think. And if this story moved you, you already know what to do. So drop your thoughts in the comments and click on one of the cards to see more videos like this. See you in the next one.